I'm having quite a good time at the moment. I fell in love recently. Yeah, best feeling in the world, isn't it? You feel sort of giddy, scared, a little bit sick, like a teenager that's tried MDMA for the first time. And slightly scared that he's going to die from too much smiling, right? Very nice, man. Lovely girl, her name's Alana, and she's from the same part of Ireland as my mum. She drives the same car as my mum, because the thing is, lads, we can deny the Oedipal theory, or we can fucking get on with it. May I just say how nice it is to have a largely Oxbridge-educated audience. I reckon over the next 9 minutes there's going to be times when you annoy me, but for now I really like you. Oh yeah. She's amazing, this girl. She's Irish. She's from Dublin right now. She's Irish. I'm half Irish. My mum's from Ireland, but I don't really know anything about Ireland at all. So I went to school in England, and in England we don't learn about Ireland at school, do we? Because we are guilty. So I genuinely know. So I met her for the first time and I fucked it up. I said to her, "Where are you from?" She goes, "I'm from Dublin." I said, "Amazing, so's my mum." She said, "Great, you should come visit." I said, "I'd love to. I've never been to Northern Ireland." I didn't fucking know, did I? And also, be fair, if you look at Ireland on a map, cut it in half, Dublin is just about in the north half. Apparently, not that simple, right? Apparently, and I quote, "there's been quite the kerfuffle." I didn't fucking know. Genuinely amazing person, most caring person I've ever met in my life. She's a full-time nurse. She also does voluntary work for refugees, and she's a vegan. Woo! Yeah, it's funny. Like, so a lot of the places I do this, who aren't like Oxford educated, like you'll do that, and people will go, "Ugh." And then I can sort of go, "Oh, you nearly liked her then, didn't you?" So, like, the problem is you're all fucking vegan. So, but I don't take the piss out of vegans. I'm not that kind of comedian. I don't like those comedians. The kind of comedian who would use veganism as a punchline. The same kind of comedian who would use Wetherspoons as a punchline, rather than just an affordable eatery. I genuinely admire anyone who's got that kind of commitment, who can do something like that, who can show that level of fucking like care. They don't eat any animal products because they care about all animals. That like, I mean, I made all of them. When I met her for the first time, I said, "You don't eat any?" She said, "No." I said, "Do you eat mussels?" She said, "No." Slime living in a rock. Imagine fucking caring. Honestly, for me, the most empathetic thing to do for a mussel is to boil it, eat it, and cross your fingers for reincarnation. And genuine admiration. So I half do that shit, but I don't do it properly. Like, I've got this weird diet that's actually based on what I care about. So I don't eat animals, right? I don't eat meat because animals, they're cute and they're cuddly. I do eat fish because fuck them, I don't care. Slippery little freaks couldn't care less. I don't have dairy, right? I don't have milk, because to get milk you have to drag baby cow away from mummy cow. I've seen videos where mummy cow cries. I do eat eggs because chickens don't even know who take them, they're like vending machines. And I stick to that. I stick to that diet at all times, apart from two. Right? First of all, if I'm tired, I will sometimes have cow's milk. Sorry, Daisy, but Jakey wants bitty. And the other situation where all of that goes out the window is in the case that I'm drunk, in which case I would literally eat a child. But the problem is, there's no word for that diet, is there? I'm not a vegetarian, not a vegan, not quite a pescatarian. I tried to explain this to my dad. Yeah. Why don't you say it? No, go for it. Which one was it?
Flexitarian.
Yeah. No, the problem is, like, you're right. That this bit of material that I'm trying to do right now is absolutely flawed. Like what I'm saying is, like, okay, the way it would have got. What's your name, sorry?
Sarah.
Sarah, you're 100% right. No. Don't apologise. You're 100% correct. I told you that annoyed me. Well, you're 100% right. It's the bit that what I was going to say, Sarah. The way I sort of okay. That's not really worth my diet. I'm not really vegan, not quite a vegetarian, not quite a pescatarian. And then I go, I tried to explain this to my dad recently. I said, Dad, there's no word for my diet. He said, there is a word for that. It's needy. Yeah, right, fuck off. I'm doing the impression of myself be self-deprecating. It's not that bad. But you are actually right. It's a flawed piece of material because there is a word for my diet. It is flexitarian. Now, first of all, fuck ever calling myself that. God, but you are answering right. I know that. I know there is actually word for my diet. The problem is I ignore that because sometimes, like within sort of jokes, comedy, you do have to ignore the obvious truths of life to have, you know, a little bit of fun, you know? like no one actually says who's there when someone just knocks at the door. Unless you're like stood at they wouldn't hear. Like they just knock for ages. Like you're just stood in your bedroom like some nutter saying who's there to the door. It's like but thank you, Sarah. I did actually say that to my dad. I did say to my dad that there is a word for my dad. He did say that it's needy. Which is, I don't mind that, because it's, you know, me and my dad, we like that bit of like back and forth, you know, a bit like father-son banter. For example, when I was 5 years old, right, my dad wanted to go to Tesco, I couldn't be bothered to go, so I protested by taking a shit on the car. Banter, you know? And then we kept it up, because then, when I was 25 years old, I wanted to stay in the European Union, because I like going on holiday. My dad doesn't like French people, so he protested by taking a shit on my future. I knew you'd like that, you fucking Romaniacs. That's my favourite word in the world, by the way. So, have you heard that one, Romaniacs?
My grandma calls me it all the time.
Oh, it's so good! It's so like, look, freedom of movement, I want that, you know, economic shit, blah, 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 yeah, want all that, but Romaniacs, like, I've switched. I've fully switched just so that I can use that word. And I know all of you, early 20s, nice jobs, fucking. I do like to have a bit of back and forth with my dad. My favourite thing that I do to wind up my dad, I let my dad use my Netflix account, and every now and then I sort of keep an eye on what he watches, like I can sort of see on my phone. And every now and then I've noticed on a Saturday night when the old fucker's had 4 Boddingtons. He likes to watch racy lesbian dramas. And do you know what I do to wind him up? I turn on the parental lock. A little bit of fun. This has genuinely been really lovely. I'm sorry that I've been passive aggressive to some of you. Well done on your education and your jobs. Happy birthday to Country Mart. I've been Jacob Hawley. Thank you very much.